Some video footage from Sunday night's TDC with Chicago Rush in Oswego. So the main focus was revolved around 90-degree and 270-degree turns. So to start, the players were focusing on L turns, so you can see they're trying to drag the ball back and then use the inside of their foot to flick it behind the opposite leg. Me and Michael were trying to encourage the players to keep this free flowing and make sure that they accelerated away into the space once they had made their turn. So here you can see them all practicing the techniques, and later we were trying to encourage them to put this into action within the game. The next was the V-turn, so it was a drag back, open up the hips and use the inside of the foot to turn away. So the angle and speed of approach towards the cone or the defender, if you're in a game situation, is always important, and then trying to turn away into the space. We then made it a little bit more complex and started to involve the tornado turn. So this involved a drag back, a turn, and then use of the outside of the foot to turn away towards the space, which would hopefully be created in a game situation when turning away from the defender. In the next part of the session, we progressed into 1v1s. So here you can see the older group in action. The players could actually score on either goal, but had to go through a gate to score. So this encouraged them to change direction, recognize and be aware of where the space was, and attack that space quickly. We also added some extra rules to make it more competitive, so after a goal was scored, both players had to sprint to the opposite end of the futsal court. If the goal scorer got there first, the goal stood. If the defender got there first, it didn't. And then you can also see the younger kids also in action, playing across, having to receive in the middle and go through one of the gates either side before they score. This encouraged them to make them 90-degree, 180-degree or 270-degree turns in order to turn away from pressure. To finish the TDC session, both groups finished in a scrimmage environment to see if they could implement what they had learned within the practice within the game setting. So obviously what we were looking for was a player's ability to turn away from pressure and then accelerate away into that space. And then we were also looking to see if any of the players could use any of the turns that were taught earlier in the session to play away from that pressure and into the space.